Hey, okay, welcome to the Caribou Data Science channel. This is a second. This will be a second short live stream. The headline and what prompted this headline is a little brochure on my phone that said U.S. COVID-19 cases are the highest in almost a year. So our question is that really true? Yeah, so we'll go back. We'll go back and we're going to look at the previous 365 days worth of data. Okay, and see what the numbers actually tell us. So I've already updated my database. I have two databases for the fund. I have the data in a SQL Server 2019 database and also in a SQLite database. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the U.S. and see exactly what the numbers are going to tell us. As you say in boxing, to tell the tape. Well, I looked at them a couple of days ago, and I think that they were increasing, but I think to say they're the highest in over a year, well, we'll see. Because we had a spike, and again, what does highest mean? Let's change something up here. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it. We'll change it anyway. Okay, so we're using let's change this. This way we can keep okay. And of course we're using subset. And we're going to call this DB2, because we want to be able to use the calculate the total for the year, okay, as a separate thing. And this is going to be DB2 then. All right. So this is will give us the raw U.S. data completely, okay? And that's going to come down here. And that's fine. But here we're going to do something a little different. This is going to be DB1. Why I'm doing a factor, I'm not really sure. Not really sure why I'm doing that, but anyway, what we want to see down here is this. So we want to see the total. We want to compare last year's numbers to the complete numbers. Okay. Let's come back up here then. So this again is the previous 365 days for the most part. Let's run this. Let's run this. Oh, where? So that works. We can run this, and we can do this. See how this works. Okay, DB2 and DB2. Okay. Okay, now this is very interesting. You have all 4 years. Now, unfortunately, deaths in 2022 are the lowest out of the previous 3 years since day one. Cases saw that for the 3rd year in a row, cases actually saw an increase. All right, so that's sort of interesting. I would say deaths are more important than cases. So even though we had the highest number of cases, okay, I understand it, even though you had the highest number of cases in 2022, the 3rd straight year increase, you've had the lowest number of deaths of any year so far, which I think is interesting. But of course, that's not the message that the media wants to give you. Okay, that's not the message the media wants. All people say, "Oh, it's the highest." So what? Last year was the lowest for deaths, was the lowest of all. Okay, so the rest of these should work okay. So let's go ahead and run this. And the rest of the report is only for the previous 365 days. So we'll see. Our case, again, cases aren't, it may be kind of a hard thing to say, okay, but what, is it, how close does it have to be to the highest point, okay, in order to, well, what, in order to, in order to be almost the highest in a year, over a year. 10%, 20%. 75% of last year's numbers? Let's see. Again, these numbers here for the previous 365 days. And it is interesting, despite all the mandates and stuff and all the vaccines, cases continue to rise. But that's because the vaccine was never intended to keep you from getting COVID-19. It was intended to reduce the chances that me and you will die of COVID-19 if we do get it. And I would say, in that respect, it worked. The 2022 was the lowest of any year so far, lower than even. Okay, but what about next? Let's take a look, cases by date. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of a spike here. I must be looking at different numbers for the U.S. This isn't even remotely close to being where it was back over here anyplace. Not even remotely close. I don't know what numbers they're looking at. Now they may be looking at, cumulative totals. Well, you know what? Of course, cumulative totals. If you thought cumulative total, of course it's going to be the highest number. The cumulative total is always going to be the highest number of any of the numbers so far because it's cumulative. This is a better measure. So what we're saying, for the previous 7 days, we were averaging 35,219 cases per day. Deaths are down to 389 per day, all the way down from 2,239 back in February 16th of last year. Really? Again, I don't think that's the message that the news media and the administration want us to see. They only want to talk about how bad things are. Well, draw your conclusions. And again, yeah, we've had some spikes here, but it's not even remotely close to a year ago. Okay, well, so this is February. So this will be February. No, this is still higher than this. Now you could say, well, it's the second highest peak of the previous two, but it's not even remotely close to being the highest for cases. Okay? What about deaths? Look how low deaths remain. These are weekly numbers. This is 5,000. This is 25,000. So we're somewhere right around 2,500. So we're somewhere, since April last year, we've been right around 2,500 to 3,000 deaths per week. What about monthly? Well, yeah, you can see our monthly cases are up, and they have been up but we saw before, yeah, the cases are up for the third straight year in a row, but deaths are down. What about deaths? We can see, yeah, January's deaths has been the highest in the highest since April of last year. But this is helpful, but I think the yearly totals the daily numbers are a much better set of numbers. Okay? So I think once again it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction of the news media, on the part of the news media, the fear-mongering on the part of the news media and on the part of the administration. And the question is what? What's the acceptable number of cases per day, per week, per month, per year going forward? What is the acceptable number of COVID-19 deaths by day, by month, and by year going forward? If you see, there is no correlation between, I don't think so, between cases and deaths, because you would expect, if there's a correlation, you expect deaths to go up as cases to go up. So what this tells us is the various, whatever flavor of COVID we're on right now, that obviously the mortality rate has been falling since that first wave. Okay? Anyway. And that, my dear friends, brings this brief session to a close. I'll see you back here 9 p.m. this evening, Eastern Time. Hey, if y'all watch this video today, click the like button and click that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video, and even more importantly, be notified whenever I go live. Okay? Thanks so much for your time, folks. See you this evening.